Veni, Vidi, Vici, Julius Caesar. Rome stands at the edge of transformation. Its streets, once ruled by the Senate and the voice of the people, are now divided by ambition and power. And in the midst of it all rises one man, a general, a statesman, a visionary, Gaius Julius Caesar, the man who would change the fate of Rome forever. Born in 100 BC, Julius Caesar came from a patrician family that claimed descent from Aeneas, the son of Venus herself. From a young age, he was educated under Marcus Antonius Ganefo, a master of Greek and Roman literature. Caesar's early life was marked by intellect, discipline, and ambition, qualities that would soon define his destiny. He allied himself with the populares, the political faction that sought to represent the common people. Even in youth, Caesar understood the power of the masses. He won their loyalty through festivals, reforms, and charisma. Exile and the making of a soldier. When Sulla seized control of Rome and established his dictatorship, Caesar refused to bow. Defying orders to renounce his family ties to his uncle, the reformer Gaius Marius, he fled into exile in Asia Minor. There, in foreign lands, he served as a military officer under Thermes and distinguished himself in the siege of Mytilene, earning the civic crown for valour, Rome's highest military honour. He returned, not as a fugitive, but as a seasoned soldier ready to claim his place in history. The rise of a statesman. With Sulla's death, Caesar's return to Rome marked the beginning of his political ascent. Through the ranks of quaestor, aedile, and praetor, he mastered the art of persuasion and alliance. In 60 BC, he forged the first triumvirate with Pompey the Great and Crassus, uniting three of the most powerful men in Rome under one pact of ambition. Soon after, he was elected consul and given command of the provinces of Gaul. There, Caesar's military genius unfolded. He conquered Gaul, Germania, and even invaded Britannia, extending Rome's reach farther than ever before. His victories made him not just a general, but a legend among his men, and a threat to the Senate. The Civil War. As Caesar's power grew, the Senate, led by Pompey, demanded that he disband his army and return to Rome as a private citizen. But Caesar chose defiance. On a cold January night in 49 BC, he led his legions across the Rubicon River, the boundary of his command, and uttered the words that sealed Rome's fate. Alea iacta est. The die is cast. Thus began the Roman Civil War. Pompey fled to the east. Caesar pursued him relentlessly through Italy, Spain, and Greece. At Pharsalus, Caesar's disciplined legions crushed Pompey's forces. When his rival fled to Egypt, Caesar followed, and there, destiny introduced him to Cleopatra. The dictator of Rome. With Pompey dead, Caesar returned to Rome as dictator for life. He restored order, rewarded veterans, and launched massive public works to revive the economy. He reformed the calendar, creating what we now know as the Julian calendar, adding the leap year every 4 years. He granted land to the poor, expanded citizenship, and strengthened the provinces. But his growing power and reforms alarmed the Senate. They saw not a saviour, but a king in all but name. The Ides of March. On March 15th, 44 BC, the Ides of March, Caesar entered the Senate unarmed and unguarded. As he took his seat, he was surrounded by conspirators led by Brutus and Cassius, men he had once called friends. They struck swiftly and without mercy. According to legend, Caesar's final words were, "Et tu, Brute," you too, Brutus. He fell at the foot of Pompey's statue, a cruel symbol of fate's irony. With his death, the Roman Republic died with him, and from its ashes would rise the Roman Empire, under his heir Octavian, known to history as Augustus. Legacy of a Titan. Julius Caesar was more than a conqueror. He was the architect of a new Rome. His reforms, his calendar, his writings, and his vision reshaped Western civilization. He taught Rome that one man's will could forge an empire. But he also warned the world that unchecked power carries the seed of its own destruction. As he once said, "What we wish, we readily believe. What we believe, we imagine others believe as well." The story of Caesar is not just the story of a man. It is the story of power, ambition, and destiny itself.